if he moves up and you get through your fight successfully, a lot of people are calling for you to be his next opponent. Would you welcome that opportunity?
I would welcome any opportunity, but I mean, especially that one. I think my boxing IQ would reign supreme in that fight. But I think with me also, he wouldn't have that size advantage. And I think at 147, there's a lot of other fighters that could give him issues just because of that size. It wouldn't play a part.
How great a fight would it be, though, stylistically, between you and Ryan?
I think it would be a great fight. It would be very exciting. But like I said, I think overall, my boxing ability, my boxing IQ would give me the edge in that fight.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So that was Mario Barrios right there talking about a possible fight with Ryan Garcia at 147. Barrios is clearly in the majority when it comes to the boxers that have spoken on this Ryan Garcia versus Devin Haney fight, saying the weight advantage that Ryan Garcia had in the Devin Haney fight would no longer exist if he were to move up to 147. And then the best Mexican fighter in the world today, David Benavidez, he gave his take on Haney versus Garcia. And what he said actually surprised me. I didn't expect him to be this honest. Not to say that he's a dishonest person, but I thought that he would be a little bit biased because of the pressure of the racist Mexican fans. They would obviously expect him to stay on code. But David, he didn't. He said, I think Ryan looked like the bigger man that day. And I think overall, the antics that Ryan Garcia was doing through training camp, I didn't think he was going to look like that. I thought he was messing around throughout his entire training camp. And then David Benavidez, he says this: those 3 pounds really help a lot, especially when there was no rehydration clause. He definitely was heavier. Okay, so like I said before, what David Benavidez just said is completely corroborated by at least the majority of the pro boxing community. How come the majority of professional boxers are not saying the same things that a lot of Mexican fans and some other fans are saying on the internet? It's because when professional boxers say it, they don't have a hidden agenda. And they also have a face and a name, which means if they say something that makes no sense at all, it's going to be documented. Because in my comment section, I'm seeing a lot of Mexican fans say it doesn't matter if he cheated or if he had an advantage, because look at how he beat him. Look at how he knocked him down so many times. The fight wasn't even close. It's as if they're saying, if you're going to cheat or if you're going to do something to deliberately have an advantage, all you have to do is make sure the fight is not even competitive, which ironically, this fight was competitive because DAZN and many people had the fight scored a draw, which means they feel that Devin Haney was pretty much winning the majority of the rounds that he wasn't getting knocked down in. But what a lot of these fans in particular are saying is, once again, man, if you knock somebody down that many times, you hurt them that many times in a fight, it should be justified that they used an advantage to win the fight. The other defense these fans are using is, well, hell, even if he did cheat, even if he did go into the fight with an intended advantage, saying someone else did it is not a defense. You can't commit a crime and say to the judge and the jury, my defense is there are other people that committed this exact same crime. Something else I'm hearing these same fans say in my comment section, which, by the way, I asked one of my Mexican viewers in my comment section this question. He never answered the question, so I'm going to ask you guys. Since some of you guys are saying, hey, man, well, Devin Haney, he still agreed to fight against Ryan Garcia, so Haney, he can't say anything. So here's my question. If someone challenged you to a race, you ask them for a head start in the race, and you win the race, even though he agreed to giving you a head start, did you have an advantage? That is a rhetorical question. Now, something else, and I'm only talking to my Mexican viewers right now, because I notice whenever I report news on something someone who's not black says about this fight, like, for example, Teddy Atlas, Mario Barrios, David Benavidez, or many of the other non-black professional boxers that have said that Ryan Garcia, he won this fight with an advantage. I notice whenever I report what they say, they start dissing the entire black race, completely ignoring the fact that the report is about what Teddy Atlas and Tim Bradley said. But they ignore the fact that Teddy Atlas, he agreed with Tim Bradley, and then they only dissed Tim Bradley and the black race. So now I'm going to ask you same fans that do this, now that David Benavidez and Mario Barrios are saying the same things that Tim Bradley said, that Teddy Atlas said, I want you guys to give me your thoughts on what you think about David Benavidez and Mario Barrios saying this. Just like you guys were very passionate on sharing your thoughts about Tim Bradley when you heard what he said about this fight between Haney and Garcia. It's just so amazing how hypocritical these race fans are, because every single time a black American fighter wins a fight, especially when it's against someone who's not black, these same race fans that's now saying no excuses, they're the ones that make every excuse in the book for why the black American fighter won the fight when there was no controversy involved at all. Like Mayweather fighting Canelo, Mayweather versus Oscar De La Hoya, Mayweather versus Manny Pacquiao. If you guys think I'm making this up right now, go ask 10 random Mexican fans right now, why did Floyd Mayweather beat Canelo Alvarez? And I guarantee you they will all give you the same answer. And none of them will say it's because Mayweather was just clearly better than him. I can guarantee you not one of them will say Canelo Alvarez, he can't make any excuses because he accepted the fight. None of them will say you can't give Canelo any excuses because Floyd really beat his ass easy. And this is the beauty of the internet. You can go on the internet right now and look at previous documented comments by these race fans when they're talking about the Mayweather versus Canelo Alvarez fight. And you will see every single thing they said, every single excuse they made for why Canelo lost that fight. And I'm not just talking about the Mayweather-Canelo fight, I'm talking about plenty of fights. And I've also noticed that these Mexican fans, they've been posting racial slurs about black people just in celebration of Ryan Garcia beating Devin Haney. And I even responded to one of the people in my comment section, this Mexican guy. He had some like real racist message towards the black race. And I said to him, you do realize that a lot of black people are congratulating Ryan Garcia for this win. Not only are they congratulating him, but you have some black people that are actually defending Ryan Garcia's position in this situation. So you do realize how that makes you look, right? This is what I said to him. Of course, he didn't respond. And I've already heard from some of my friends that they're posting extremely racial comments across the internet, which proves once again, they don't care if you're black and you're defending Ryan Garcia. They look at you the same way they look at me, Devin Haney, and anyone that looks like us. I mean, if you really think about it, you would think that black people would be Mexicans' biggest allies, because a lot of black people congratulate Mexicans when they win or lose. Remember when Canelo lost to Bivol? You had Clarissa Shields and many other black people that were on the internet saying, stop hating on Canelo Alvarez. How many boxers have come out to say, stop hating on Devin Haney? When it comes to these Mexican race fans, they don't care if a black fighter wins and is justified. They don't care if it's the biggest, most impressive win. They never go on the internet and congratulate or praise a black American boxer when he beats someone that's not black, no matter how impressive the win was. In fact, the one Mexican friend that I do have that is completely anti-racist, which is why he's considered a friend, he told me that after Davis knocked out Ryan Garcia, he went to work talking about the fight with his coworkers, and they were all calling him an N-word lover just because he said he knew that Davis was going to win the fight. And just think about this. Gervonta was one of the many black fighters that was praising Canelo Alvarez, and that did not change the way they felt about Davis. They still felt the same way about Davis. They don't care if you agree with them or disagree with them. I got to wrap this video up, but I'm going to close out with saying this. If you guys pay attention to my logo, it says the whole truth. The truth has never been based on what people want to hear. It has always been intended to keep people informed, keep people aware. For example, if you don't know how to read, someone teaches you how to read, now you become way more informed. You know what's going on. You become far more aware. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap this video up. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one. Let me tell you guys about Issa Israel Law Firm. It is a full-service legal practice based in Denver, Colorado, an emerging hub for combat sports and high-altitude training. If you're a fighter inside or outside of the ring and you need a law firm you can trust to fight for you, visit thefighterfirm.com or email help@iilawfirm.com. Legal representation is usually limited to plaintiffs or defendants in Colorado, but iFirm can help anyone in the world with trademarking their business name, logos, and U.S. immigration issues. This brother has been my attorney for a while and helped guide me through all kinds of business and civil issues, so make sure you guys go to thefighterfirm.com. All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, the fever blisters, diabetic ulcers, this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.